7 levels of wealth. 7 completely different experiences at the exact same bank. You have negative $47 in your bank account, not zero. Negative, a $12 subscription charged while you were asleep. The bank charged you $35 for the $12. Read that again, $35 for 12. That is the rule. The penalty for being broke is that you become more broke. Here is the other rule, the one the bank will never say out loud. That same institution will one day send a car to pick you up for a private dinner with 12 other clients on the 43rd floor of a building you have never been inside. Same bank, same employees, same building. Not because you changed, because the number next to your name did. This is how banks treat you at every level of wealth. Level 1. Negative balance. You call the bank to reverse the fee. You call, the hold music plays, not for 2 minutes, not for 5, 22 minutes. A voice finally answers. The voice reads from a script. The voice says fees cannot be reversed at this time. The voice says someone will follow up within 48 hours. Nobody follows up. You walk into the branch the next morning. The teller looks at her screen before she looks at you. Her face changes, not with anger, not with pity, something colder than both of those. You stop being a person in that moment. You become a flag, a risk category, a score attached to a problem account. You leave without saying what you came to say, because somewhere between the $12 and the 22 minutes of hold music and the face she made when she saw your balance, you stopped feeling like a customer. You started feeling like a problem that the bank was tolerating. If you have ever felt that, drop a comment below. You are not the only one. Then you got to $500, and it got worse. Level 2, $500. You pulled it back. Extra shifts, skipped dinners. You sold something you did not want to sell. You got to $500. You stayed there. Nobody noticed. The bank noticed, but not in the way you hoped. The maintenance fee still hits. $12 a month, sometimes $15. Withdrawn quietly, no notification. The minimum to waive it is $1,500. You have $500, so you are paying the bank to hold the money you barely have. Read that again too. You apply for a credit card. They offer you a secured one. Here is what secured means. You give them $300 of your own money. They hold it. Then they lend it back and charge you 24% interest on money that was already yours. Collateral. From you to borrow from yourself. You close the browser. You don't take it, which means when your car breaks down on a Wednesday morning, you cannot put it on plastic. You are late to work. Your manager says nothing. He just looks at you a beat longer than usual. You walk into the branch to ask about the fee. The teller ahead of you laughs with a well-dressed customer, warm, open, asks about his weekend. Then you step up. The smile resets, professional, trained, 30 seconds, a slip across the counter. No have a nice day. The customer behind you steps forward. The warmth returns. You push through the glass door and feel something you have never been able to name, not humiliation, not injustice, something quieter than both. You were not refused. You were not insulted. You were simply processed, like luggage on a belt. The bank does not see you as a customer at $500. The bank does not see you at all, until the day it does. And when it does, it starts sending letters. Level 3, $5,000. Something shifted, not dramatically, but it shifted. Your direct deposit lands every 2 weeks. Consistent, same amount. 8 months of the same pattern. One morning, you check your account braced for the fee. It is not there, not reversed, not waived, simply gone. Your behavior matched a profile that earns the bank money, so they let you keep yours. Nothing about you changed, the number did. 2 weeks later, envelopes arrive. Your name in gold foil, pre-approved, real credit cards, not secured, $3,000 limits. The same institution that declined you 8 months ago is mailing you offers with your name embossed, like you became a different person overnight. You didn't, the number did. You walk into the branch. The teller says good morning before you reach the counter. Not the warmth she gives the wealthy customer. Not the silence she gave you at negative balance. Something in between. Recognition without warmth, service without effort. You apply for a small loan, $3,000 for the car repair you couldn't cover before, approved in 24 hours, 13% interest. The process worked exactly the way the commercials always said it would. You realize something nobody told you when you needed to hear it. The bank does not care who you are. The bank cares what your account looks like. At $5,000, your account looks like something they can sell things to. You are not invisible anymore. You are not respected either. You are profitable. Most people watching this right now are somewhere between level 1 and level 3. If that is you, save this video. Where you are now is not where you stay. Wait until you see what happens at $25,000. Level 4, $25,000. You open the banking app on a Tuesday morning and notice something you did not request. Your credit limit changed. $3,000 became $8,500. You did not apply. You did not ask. The bank decided you were worth more rope. Then your phone rings. Not a robocall. Not an automated message. A person. He introduces himself twice, gives you his direct line, asks about your goals, your timeline, your saving strategy. He wants to schedule 15 minutes, the same institution that left you on hold for 22 minutes at -$47 just dialed your number first thing on a Tuesday. The interest rate on your next loan no longer 13%, 7.4%. The price of money got cheaper because you stopped being a risk. A fee appears on your statement, $28. You email your relationship banker, 3 hours later, reversed. No form, no phone tree, no script, just taken care of. The same fees that were non-negotiable at $500 are now optional conversation starters. Emails arrive with your name spelled correctly. Small personalized touches. The bank is courting you now toward a person they cannot afford to lose. And here's the thing hidden from you. At every level below this one, the bank was not cruel to you when you were broke. The bank was indifferent. And indifference, delivered by a system at scale, looks exactly like cruelty to the person on the receiving end of it. Think about someone you know who is stuck at level 1 or 2 right now. They need to understand this system. Share this with them. At $100,000, the person on the receiving end changes entirely. Level 5, $100,000. Your bank statement now reads, Preferred Client. The words appear on your monthly statement, on the welcome screen of the app, on the email signature of the man who manages your account. You did not earn that title through character. You did not earn it through loyalty. The number earned it. Your relationship banker is no longer just a voice. He is a person, Marcus, who remembered 9 months later that you mentioned looking at houses. He emails on your birthday, not scheduled, written. The detail is not genuine care. It is training. The bank teaches people to remember small things because small things keep accounts. You know this. It still works. You walk into the branch and someone stands up to greet you. Not the teller, someone with a nameplate and an office. They walk you past the rope line, the same line you stood in at $500, the line you did not know was optional. A letter arrives in the mail. Not a credit card offer, a mortgage pre-approval. $450,000. The bank decided what you could afford before you decided to buy a house. They want the loan before you have chosen the property. Then another bank calls, a competitor. They want your business. They are offering to beat your current rates. You mention it to Marcus. He calls back within the hour. Counter offer on the table. The institution that processed you like luggage years ago is now competing to keep you. The bank does not see you as a preferred client. The bank sees you as worth defending. At $500,000, they stop waiting for you to come to them. Level 6, $500,000. The bank stops being a place you visit. It becomes a service that arrives. Marcus does not email anymore. Marcus calls, and when he calls, he is not asking how you are. He is asking when you would like to meet his colleague. In the wealth management division, the colleague drives to your office, not the other way around. He brings a leather portfolio, printed reports with your name on the cover. He asks about your goals, your timeline, your tax structure. The conversation lasts 90 minutes. At the end, he does not try to sell you anything. He leaves a card, says he will follow up. The selling already happened, you just didn't notice it. You call about a wire transfer. Someone answers on the second ring. No hold music, no script. Resolved before the call ends. The same issue would have taken 3 hours and 4 different departments at $500. You are invited to a private dinner, 12 clients, a guest speaker, floor-to-ceiling glass, and a view of the city. Nobody mentions money the entire evening. Money is the table, not the conversation. You are not a customer at $500,000. You are an asset they protect. At $5 million, the rules themselves change. Level 7, $5 million. Private banking, not wealth management, not relationship banking, private banking. The difference is not a product category, the difference is structural. Wealth management is a service the bank sells. Private banking is a relationship the bank maintains, and relationships do not follow the published rules. They negotiate their own. You do not have a banker anymore. You have a private banker, a title that means something specific. Inside the institution, he manages fewer than 15 accounts. Yours is one of them. The interest rate on your mortgage does not exist in any public rate sheet. It was agreed on a phone call between two people who know each other by name. The paperwork that takes a standard customer 3 weeks arrives completed in 48 hours because someone inside the bank was told whose account it is. You walk into a branch in a city you have never visited. A manager steps forward before you reach the desk. He says your name. You have never met him. The system flagged you across every location, not because of fame, because of position. Investment opportunities arrive before they appear on any public platform. Deals are structured around your participation before you have agreed to participate. You sit in a room with no logo on the door. One table, one piece of wood, a conversation about a placement that will not appear on any public prospectus. The room exists because clients like you exist. The bank does not follow the rules at $5 million. The bank writes new ones for you. The truth, here is what the bank will never tell you. The system is not broken. The system is doing exactly what it was designed to do. The same institution that charged you $35 for a $12 overdraft will one day send a car to bring you to a private dinner on the 43rd floor. Same bank, same building, same employees. The bank does not see people. The bank sees numbers, and the number next to your name determines everything. The tone of voice you receive when you call, the fees that disappear without explanation, the rope line you stand in or walk past, the table you are invited to sit at. You are the same person at every balance. The bank decides who you are based on what is next to your name. So the question is not whether the system is fair. The question is, what are you doing to change your number? Because the rules do not change, but your position inside them can. That is what this channel is building toward. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we break down the systems, the mechanics, and the moves that actually shift the number. Not theory, not motivation, the actual steps. If this changed how you see the system, you already know what to do. Next, we show you the first move that actually shifts the number.